All right. I believe we are live. Maybe you can give the thumbs up arena to us. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I have three guests with us today. We have Max from Wenlong, Lev from Graham Store, and also Lev from D-Trade. And so I'm excited to talk to you guys about what you're building. Also, in this AMA, we're going to talk about Telegram's planned launch of Gram Wallet. So it'll be very interesting to hear all your predictions of what this might entail, because we're all in the dark about it. But also very interested to know, what you guys are building is definitely preparing for a TON resurgence. So I like all three of your products. So excited to talk to you there. Also, we will be having at the end of the AMA a community question. So everyone listening right now, make sure to stay to the end. You have to answer this community question. It will be on X as well as YouTube. So look for those links. We're going to give the best answer 70 ston. And then two random winners will get 40 ston each. So make sure to look for that community question. But more importantly, we will have a poll right about the time I finish explaining the poll that we'd love for you guys to share your opinion, because we're going to talk about it at the end. And this poll question, I'll even give you, so even also the guests know about it. The question is, Gram Wallet could make crypto much easier to access inside Telegram. What will matter most in turning that access into real on-chain activity? And we have there's going to be 5 questions. We're going to see the polling. We're going to see the percentage. I'm going to put it up on our screen at the very end, and then we're going to talk about it. So definitely put your thoughts on that, because it will determine what we're going to talk about during that session. Okay. Without further ado, I'd like to begin. I'm going to start with Graham Store Lev. And so go ahead, unmute and come on. You can everyone see he is rocking out the cowboy hat. Where are you calling from, Lev?
Howdy, partner. We are calling from Dallas, Texas, USA,
Nice.
representing TON community in the great United States of America, and we are based in Texas, just like many other technology companies. It's a great state. It's great to be here. So, thanks for having us.
Yeah, yeah. And like we were talking about, 0% income tax in Texas for state taxes, but yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah. So you have a pretty cool product. It's called Gram Store, and that's gram.store. So all of you listening, go check it out. That's the URL link. Now, what this is a launch pad, but this is different than the typical launch pads we see on TON. Maybe you can tell us a little about what Gram Store is and what makes you different.
Yeah, of course. Gram Store, as you said, is a dedicated launchpad for Telegram mini apps. It's one of a kind, or at least we'd like to think so. We launched recently with the rename of the Ton coin to Gram, and hence we decided to go with the name Gram.store, which basically represents both the App Store side of things plus the Gram and the grander vision for Gram coin and Gram ecosystem. It's not like any other launchpad out there, because we use what's called periodic auctions. So we don't just bond coins and throw them directly into the DEX. We allow them to be auctioned. In that, we allow users to bid on these apps, and therefore build a fair price and provide the price discovery for the market before we launch it into the DEX. So for investors, it's like a catalog of investable Telegram mini apps where they can discover and invest in the apps before everyone else, before they hit the market. And for the developers, it's a chance to list your app for auction at no cost and no risk. So if your app doesn't reach the goal that you set, there's no token issued, and you simply can try again later. So we allow you to as a developer, we allow you to list your mini app that you created and help with building the first initial investments that could, be used for marketing purposes, go to market, discovery, and all other development, I guess, development tools of what developers need as far as the finances go. So oftentimes you would, create a product, you don't know where to start with your fundraising. So I suggest you start with Gram Store. We have starter packs with only 3,000 gram as a goal. So what you do is you essentially list your application for auction and then bidders pile in. If you reach your goal, we create a token on StoneFi. We deposit it together with raised liquidity. So from the start, your app has deep liquidity. It has great price discovery prior to the launch. So we know exactly how to price it. We deposit about 30% of the token itself into the newly seeded pool, and then we'll lock it for 3 to 6 months so that the investors are aligned with the developers, and developers get access to those funds a little bit further down the road. So in essence, it allows to build deep liquidity, fair price discovery, and allows you to test the market and get the initial funding that you need.
Yeah, I remember back in what 2024, there was a presence of Ton, like Launchpad, a way to raise capital. But this is now an auction approach. It's smaller amounts. I think before they were doing big amounts. Um, but this is right now not existent in the Ton ecosystem. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this progresses, especially when Ton rebuttals, right? When the bear market ends. It sounds like you're positioning yourself right now in preparation for when, maybe the wallet launches with Graham, but this resurgence with Ton ecosystem, right?
Yeah, and we are very flexible and we offer different fundraising goals. We understand that some apps are unverified. They could be just, something that someone, coded over the weekend. And still, if it's a great idea, we allow to list you with as little as 3,000 gram goal. But our standard raise is 10,000 gram. We also offer premium raises up to 50,000 gram. And those goals are the minimum goals, which means that if you reach that goal, the auction still goes over. So you can virtually raise a few 100,000 gram. And then after that, after the full 3 day period, these auctions are called periodic auctions because they actually last some time. So periods it's for the lack of better comparison, there's Uniswap just recently launched what they call a TWAP auctions, which is time weighted, which means that it's not just a direct bonding curve. Your bids are spread throughout the entirety of the auction. So similarly here, we adjusted this a couple months back when we looked at the continuous clearing auctions. We adjusted it for Ton blockchain specifically so that the price clears not at every block, but it clears at every period. So everyone who is committing bids in the same period gets the same clearing price. So the auction goes, it doesn't stop with when the goal is reached, it just goes until the full supply is sold. And yes, the idea is to allow you to test the market. So a lot of times developers would be very hesitant in launching a coin because they can just one-shot your brand immediately. If it doesn't succeed, you'll end up with a failed coin and then you just don't know how to proceed from there. In this case, you have at least several days to actually auction your app, get the bids. And if it doesn't succeed, A, there is no upfront cost, and B, no token is issued. So you can try again later, you can take a different approach, but at the very least, you'll get the feeling of the market and what you can do, and if the market is ready for your app.
Mhm. Now let's say I'm right now building a mini app. I'm bootstrapping it. I have my first users, but I am looking to raise, like you said, a little bit of capital, maybe up to 3K Ton. What's the process for me to apply to Gram Store? Is there a step-by-step process I need to do to get approved? Maybe you can explain a little bit for those interested in that.
There is no formal process of approval. Even for the largest raises, we only ask you to sort of submit the application for premium. so that we can coordinate the date because we wanted to do it right. We want to stage it and give you the sort of like hands-on white glove treatment for your launch. But for the beginner and we call the starter pack and the verified pack, there's no process of approval. It's just as simple as creating a token on any other launchpad. You provide your app information as soon as it's ready. As I mentioned, it's there's no cost. You only pay about 2 gram to deploy all of the contracts, and that includes the auctions contract upon graduation. There's the mint to mint a new token, deploy it to the DEX, see the DEX with liquidity. So it's only a nominal fee of 2 gram to launch that. And there's no obligation to continue. If it doesn't succeed, then even the investors who bid and the minimum goal is not met, all of the bidders get their gram back if the auction doesn't succeed. If it does succeed, at the token mints, they will get their allocation. The rest is deposited into the liquidity pool together with the gram raised, and off you go. One more thing is, which is really important when it comes to actually fundraising and getting the initial capital, is we allow the team to reserve about 28% of the supply of the token, and in a way, it is transformed then into 28% of all liquidity. So when your auction graduates, you will get about 30% supply of the liquidity that you can later move down the road from like 3 to 6 months, depending on your vesting schedule. And also, fun surprise, you will also get a 10% bonus. For example, if you raise maybe 5,000 gram, the liquidity will be deposited to most of the liquidity will be deposited to a DEX, but you will also receive upfront 500 gram, which is 10% of all the raise, which is sweet because you will get initial boost. You can either use it for marketing to say, hey, our token is live, and expand your promotion. You can use it for developer purposes. And then you will also be earning about 0.25%, which is the lowest fee in your own token. So from this auction, you will have a small boost up front. You will have your liquidity down the line in about 3 to 6 months. And you will also be earning some small fee from every trade. So in a way, we help you to structure your treasury for the next 3 to 6 months, and then you can also use that liquidity further to then go out to VCs and raise capital. By that I mean you can just approach someone and say, "Hey, our token is traded on StoneFi. It is successful. Here's the volume. Here's the price. But we're also raising a seed round right now. We'll pre-seed, and we will have our 30% of our equity unlocking in 6 months. So we would like to raise the money against that." So it gives you several ways on how to structure your raises, on how to get further capitalized, and it gives you the initial boost so that while you're building, while you're doing this, you're still incrementally earning some trading fees, and then you have some upfront bonuses.
Okay. Last question. And this is more towards the integration with StonFi. So as you mentioned, when your the auction curve ends, you deploy into a pool, and then that token's tradable in StonFi. But you also integrated even our cross chain, our OmniStone cross chain. So for those listening, StonFi, we're expanding multi-chain, and we built our own cross chain execution layer. Maybe you can tell what did you use our cross chain for? Maybe you can mention that feature, or if any other extra functionality you have in your product that's not the token launch.
Yeah. So, we have an approach of bringing your liquidity wherever it lives. So it's like BYOL, bring your own liquidity. So if you're EVM user, which most of us are here in the United States, if your assets live on Base or on Arbitrum or Robinhood chain or Polygon, we utilized OmniStone's cross-chain protocol to allow users to swap their stable coins straight into Gram or Ton. So then this way they don't have to leave the app or open other wallets or do anything outside the Gram store that they would need to participate in those auctions. And the way it works is you have, if you have your stable coins on like USDC, USDG, or USDT on Binance chain, it's a one-click swap to straight to Gram, and then you can use this Gram to bid to on auctions. And to me, this was sort of like a paramount implementation because without it, you would have to rely on users already knowing what Gram is and what how to get Gram if to have a Gram wallet and things like that. With Omniston, it enables, again, just for any user who stumbles upon Gram Store and wants to invest in Telegram mini apps to one click essentially swap their stable coins like USDC on Base straight to Gram and then bid on these apps. So the onboarding is easy. That's what it really enables, and why it's so paramount is because there's no friction. And for the user who is familiar with preview wallets or embedded wallets, it's kind of like a native behavior already. So you don't, send them places. You just try to capture all their attention and all their liquidity, and then convert it to Gram and then lock it for several months because the liquidity then, when deposited to StoneFi, is locked. So the goal was to cast a very wide net, catch all liquidity we can, and preserve it and keep it in Gram ecosystem. And we've figured out a way on how to do that with our auctions and liquidity locks.
All right. So thank you, Lev from Gram Store. So everyone, make sure to check out Gram Store. That is, www.gram.store. So make sure to check out what he's doing.
Triple dub.
Now, yeah. Okay, so next I'm gonna bring on the other Lev, Lev from D Trade. How are you doing? Where are you calling from, Lev?
Hey, I'm traveling a lot, so I would rather not say.
Oh, so you're a nomad. Yeah, I
Yeah,
used to be a nomad. Yeah,
citizen of the world.
citizen of the world. I like that. That's what we all should be. Yeah. All right.
Um,
Well, yeah, Lev, thanks for coming on. So D Trade is a trading bot on Telegram.
yes.
Um, Now, maybe to start with, we'll definitely dive into more of your product, but out of curiosity, what makes a trading bot like what makes users go to a trading bot instead of utilizing, let's just say, going to StoneFi and doing a swap? So there's a benefit, right, with a trading bot. Um, what brings users to trading bots? Like, what's the benefit of a trading bot?
I guess the main reason it's that users likes to do everything in one place. Like for example, they're sitting on the chat inside the Telegram discussing all about meme coins or watching some signals, new deploys, etc. Or like some private chats with signals and etc. So they're all discussing like something all together, and then they can in the same app just like click one button and go and buy whatever token they need. Like basically, the trade is a whole trading terminal inside the Telegram bot interface right now, and users don't need to go to Tonekeeper to approve their transaction each time and etc. So I guess that's the main reason because
So,
they want to buy and sell fast.
okay, it's about speed with the market. So,
Yeah.
are these like more day traders, you would say, that are quite active throughout the day, or sometimes they're buying and holding, but just want to be fast with the purchase?
I think it's both because like some guys are trading really fast, like fast profits and etc. And some like prefer to hold on to their bags, but that's less of them. I guess
Okay,
the majority of the people that's trading meme coins are fast traders.
fast traders. Yeah, it's about. And I'm guessing with your functionality, what type of trading functionality do you have? Not just spot trading, but you provide more functionality for the user, right? Or
Yeah, I
what's the
guess
yeah?
that's a few main things. Like the first one is the sniper functionality that bot automatically buys the tokens on deploy if it matches the filters that you set up. The second one is copy trading. It's like if you would like to copy someone someone's trace, like it's a popular influencer or it's your friend or it's a wallet you think has like some insider info, you can copy its trades automatically
Oh, neat.
without needing to like 24/7 watching the monitors and etc. And the third one is limit orders. So like you just set up to take profits, stop losses, and etc. And bot automatically executes them without your approvals.
Okay, and your copy trading one sounds interesting. How would I go about copying? Do I have like a leaderboard I can choose from, or is it more like I know a influencer that's doing it and I begin the copy trade, or how does that work?
No, I think it's more about the second one. Like there is some
Mm.
Telegram channels where you can see the influencers traits that decided to make their wallets public, and you can like took their wallet address from there, or you can copy someone else, like it's up to you.
Oh, I see. So you put in the wallet you're copying. So you like copy and paste, put in the wallet. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
like you can copy anyone, even like Pavel Durov, for example, if he trades something.
We need to know what wallet Trump has on Ton. No. um,
Mhm.
cool, cool. Now you are so congratulations, you are the number one Ton trading bot in the market on Ton. How did you get there? Were you is this all nighters? Is you just never went to sleep and that's how you became the number one trading bot? Tell me about your journey. I'd be very curious to know like what did you do to make that possible?
Well, it's a lot of different events that led me there. Like on the beginning, it was fulfilling the demand that was like empty. Like there was a situation where a new meme pad was releasing. They had a whitelist on their mini app and no one had access to it, like almost no one. And no other trading bots like worked with this meme pad. So I was the first one to implement the support and like that much people went into my bot that it was like lagging drastically because of the high demand. But it was
Mm,
like almost 2 years ago. Um, and later on, we was working. Mm, the first 6 months I was solo, so it's bootstrapped project, I think I would say. Um, and then after the users liked it, I created a team and we started working from scratch with Xrocket as my partner.
oh yeah,
Um,
that's rocket. Hmm.
later on, one of the main competitors closed because of some events and drama. I
Hmm.
I would not dive into that, but the main reason that they were closed and we was one of the like two remaining bots that were updating everything, and the people just went into D-Trade and stick to
Hmm.
that. And right now, it's like, a user's habit.
Yeah. So it sounds like it's a number of things coming together, right? It's the product you built being a very strong product, but also the partnerships you had, right, with X Rocket, doing a campaign to get that initial user base, and then a little bit of a luck of a competitor
Yeah.
stopping, right? So I think success also has a little bit of luck involved to it. Um,
Yeah, that's like a pretty short explanation of the story. There was much more stuff that we did, and we are trying our best to develop all the functions
mhm,
that users want. Like we have a huge feature request list that we are implementing like step by
mhm.
step. And we are trying our best to make users happy.
And you've integrated StonFi, but a little bit different. Like we have our SDK for our Dex V1 or Dex V2. There's then for OmniSton. So for those listening, OmniSton is both cross-chain, but also a Ton swap aggregator.
Hmm.
But you didn't actually utilize. You did something very different. Maybe now I know everyone's not going to be too tech savvy here, but maybe there's a way for you to kind of explain how you integrated StonFi because you didn't use the traditional methods from our documentation, right? It was more connect. Maybe you can, or with our API, maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
The reason is pretty simple. We are using the different tech stack for working with Stone blockchain. Like that's the reason why we didn't stick with your SDK. Like that's all. There's no complication.
And how did this? Okay, just from a different tech stack was the reason. Just there is no like other reason for that. Okay, no worries. I guess last question then. Um, any new features coming up? You mentioned a bunch of them: limit orders. You have copy trading. Anything interesting that you can share with the community that could be coming to D Trade?
We're working on a web terminal to bring everything into the website, so users will have like both options to stick to either the trading bot inside the Telegram or do everything in web. And also, I was thinking about like going multi-chain as well, so like users will have a choice and they can do everything in one place, I think. So that's they
Okay.
like.
Maybe there'll be an opportunity to use Omnistone cross-chain when that time comes
Yeah,
to help the users. Yeah.
yeah, I think it would be a great option to like use it not only like some bridges, but also an Omnistone protocol to swap all the assets in between the other chains and Ton as well. So it would be convenient, I think.
All right, cool. Okay, thanks, Lev. Appreciate. So everyone, check out D Trade. Maybe remind it's at is it at D Trade bot? Lev, what's the for them to find it on Telegram? It's
dtrade.t.me or
okay.
just dtrade in the search bar.
Yeah, just search D Trade, guys. You're gonna find it. Great. Okay, thank you much. Thank you, Lev. Okay, now last but not least, we have Max. Some of you may remember Max. He's my former colleague in StonFi, and we all miss you, Max. But he went off and is doing some amazing things. Especially, he's going to talk to us about his product Wenlong. So I'm excited to hear about this. How you doing, Max?
Hey Ethan, hello everyone. Happy to be here. Actually, the first time I'm being here as a guest at StoneFi space, so it's a new experience for me. Um, so yeah, what about Wenlong? Um, I think you all know or at least heard about Hyperliquid, which is the biggest perp DEX, which allows to trade futures on most popular crypto assets, metals, oil, etc. So it actually made the difference between centralized exchanges and decentralized ones not that significant. And they had billions of trading volume, um, but it was not presented in Telegram. And actually, there is a relatively high barrier for Telegram and especially Ton users to trade on Hyperliquid. Actually, personally, myself, I haven't used Hyperliquid before this year because to deposit funds there, you need to have USDC on Arbitrum chain. And actually, if you don't use Arbitrum chain, there is no way for you to fund it, and you need to have this chain and USDC there. And for that, you need to have an account on centralized exchange. You need to pass KYC there fund your account. It's not really convenient. What we made the deposits and trading there seamless and easy and right inside Telegram. You can use actually any assets on your EVM wallet, or you can use Gram or USDT on Ton to fund your Hyperliquid account, which is created for you personally. So each user has its own Hyperliquid account, but it's all happening under the hood, and you really you don't need to think about it. It's just happening in a couple of clicks, and you can start trading on Hyperliquid in less than 1 minute, right in Telegram. So it's simple, convenient, and I think it's the cheapest way actually to trade inside Telegram because the fees on Hyperliquid are low, and our fees that we add are low as well, and the sum of these fees is still lower than most of other products that offer perps in Telegram.
Cool. Maybe you can give a what's the journey for the user? And maybe you can kind of go through it. Like let's say I'm holding USDT, right? I want to put $100 on your mini app. What's the process? Like how I'm connecting my Tonekeeper wallet. Is that how it works?
Yes, actually, it's the easiest way how you can do it. A bit harder if you have Gram and you don't have USDT. So if you have Gram, you just connect your Tonekeeper or other Tone wallet, and then you put the amount which you want to deposit. If it is Gram, you need to confirm two transactions. Firstly, you need to swap it to USDT because actually Omnistone doesn't give the opportunity to swap Gram to USDC on Arbitrum, so we need to have USDT. And then you using Omnistone. You swap your USDT to USDC on Arbitrum, and then it's deposited to Hyperliquid. And just if you are doing it with USDT on Ton, it's just one transaction for you actually, and if you have Gram, it's two transactions for you. And it's all described in the app. There is an instruction, so nothing difficult at all.
Yeah, and for those listening, he said you're mentioning what's going behind the hood in a way, right? So, what I recall, you're using an embedded wallet, right? It's a functionality approach. But when you're explaining that, for those listening, I've deposited before. You literally are depositing your USDT, and then you're done. It's literally it will be like 30 seconds. It gets deposited to your account, and then you can just start trading. But really, like what Max was mentioning is that behind the hood, it's actually using Omnistone to swap from Ton to Arbitrum for you, and you just like let it happen. So it's basically like a flawless UX approach. So really neat use case, Max, on how you're using Omnistone there. And can you do other tokens? I mean, other chains? Am I able to, I don't know, use Base and have maybe USDC on Base or USDT on Base, or is that not yet happening, or is it?
Yeah, it is. You can use any EVM chain to actually swap and fund your Hyperliquid account in Venlong. We are also going to add Solana support. It's not live yet, and also we're thinking about adding USDT on Tron to make it actually accessible for everyone in Telegram and outside, because we're working not only in Telegram, but we also have a web version for those who prefer a desktop interface.
Cool. So yeah, that's definitely a really interesting way, interesting product. Bringing Hyperliquid to Telegram and a cool way to use Omnistone. So I guess anything else you want to add? Do you have any? So you did mention you're planning to add Solana support. Is there? I don't know. You planning something interesting coming up that you can share as part of it?
Yeah, I want to share what we currently can offer for our users. We currently have a promo campaign which offers you a bonus of $10 for your first deposit and first trades. So if you deposit 50 USDT and trade 2000 volume, which actually very easy with leverage and won't cost you much, you get a bonus of 10 USDT of your account, and you can do everything you want with it. You can trade or you can just withdraw it. So hurry up, only 100 spots
Yeah.
For this promo campaign. And I think it's really a good chance to get a bonus for testing the product. Actually, as Ethan already said, it's easy. It's just 30 seconds to deposit and make your first trades. So try it, leave your feedback. My DM is always open. We've just started. We launched the product a week ago. But actually, many bugs have been fixed, so currently everything is working smoothly. And yesterday, during this big liquidation event, everything was working fine. Don't be afraid. Everything is working well.
It was only if you shorted, right? The liquidation event. If you were going long, you would be okay. But awesome.
Yes,
Thanks.
yes.
So everyone, so make sure to search guess what? Telegram search Wenlong, WENLONG. You can find was it at Wenlong, Max, for them to find it?
This is when long bot Telegram username, uh, or just look for it in our X if you have difficulties with finding it, because we haven't bought any beautiful username for it yet.
No worries. But anyway, you heard that. Check it out. Search on Telegram, Wenlong, WENLONG bot, right? Guys, you can get free $10. So might as well try to pick that up. Do 40x leverage. Maybe lose it instantly or make a lot, right? I wouldn't recommend doing such high leverages, guys. There's no investment advice here. But that's why Hyperliquid's very popular, because of how high leverage you can go. Okay, awesome. So now this brings us to the next session. We're going to talk about Gram Wallet more specifically. A reminder to though everyone listening, at the very end we will have a community question where you're going to earn Ston, 70 for the winner, Ston, 40 each for random. So make sure to answer that at the very end. So stay to the very end of the AMA. And please, we have posted the poll live. Make sure you vote, and that's on our Ston5 bot. I believe we shared that link also on X and YouTube, so you can check it out. But definitely vote on that poll, because at the very end we're going to discuss your selections. Okay, so what I want to talk about today, and I'm going to pull this up on looking at it right now. So this was back July 21st. So this is around a month ago. We had Duroff post, and I'm going to read it out loud. This summer, we will see the largest rollout of non-custodial crypto wallet in human history. Instant zero fee crypto transaction for over 1 billion users are about to become a reality. We're bringing a native non-custodial Gram wallet to every Telegram app. So I don't know about you guys, but when I first saw that, obviously I was excited, because that's going to be, I think, one thing that has been missing with Ton and Telegram is sort of the interface, like having Ton be more obvious, or DeFi or a payment option with stablecoins be more obvious on Telegram. Because we need more of a user adoption. So this was right when I first read it. I thought this was good news. But one thing that got me confused, I would like to hear your opinions, is he mentions zero fee. Not low fee, because we're currently, Ton is 0.02 cents, like a cent as a gas fee. What do you think? What do you think he's planning with a zero fee transaction? Maybe one of you can jump in. Let me know your thoughts.
Maybe that's the next Madonga step because there was a lot of rumors about Tom blockchain going completely like zero fees on almost every transaction.
So this would be
Uh,
this would be an upgrade to the chain, you
yeah,
think?
it could be, I think, because like for example, Tron chain is mainly used for USDT transfers and etc. And like even despite having like gas very high gas fees for transfers. So maybe Durov's bet on this next step is that it will be more convenient for users to transfer stables and etc. when like you don't need to buy an ecosystem token for transfers and etc. Maybe that's one of the reasons why he said that. I don't know for
So
sure.
so you're referring to like the gasless fee where if I send USDT, a cent of USDT is taken out as the fee,
Yeah,
or
not only gasless USDT transfers. I mean, there was rumors that like the whole Tron blockchain will be gasless.
hmm, interesting.
Maybe that's one of the next steps that he will do, I hope.
Yeah, yeah. Go
Because
ahead,
we
Let's
Len.
hear it from
didn't hear
another
from
lab.
him like for 2 months.
Yeah. And he said this
So
summer, and it's right now August 20th, right? So could it happen soon, or maybe there he has a delay? We don't know. But yeah. Okay, go ahead, Lev from Graham's store. Sorry.
yeah, the second take, the second lab. So in June 10th, the Ton Connect was updated to V3, and with that, we saw the update for I believe the fifth iteration of the Gram wallet. So the gasless transactions and the instant transactions that Pavel mentioned, I believe, is with that. It's in line with that update. So there's a relay in between the signing and the actual transaction execution. So the way it works is you sign as a to authorize a transaction, and then the relay actually is the one who executes the transaction and therefore pays that gas. So it is sponsored gas transactions. We used similar right now for our EVM chains. So Ethan,
Mhm.
I mentioned that we allow users to swap USDC to Gram or to USDT. And if they simply only have USDC and no native gas like Base ETH or Robinhood ETH or Arbitrum ETH, we use the same functionality or the same technology with the relay gas, where we have a relay wallet set up with Privy, and Privy allows to sponsor transactions as well. So similar to this.
Mhm.
So Privy hasn't updated their wallets to V5 version. They only support the old version on Gram side, but EVM swaps are all gasless as well. So I
Mhm.
believe the way it would work is almost like Privy works with embedded wallets, in that they create wallets and they allow you to sponsor transactions through relays. And it's the way it will work in the mini apps is you have your separate embedded wallet inside each and every app, and then each and every user can
Hmm.
seamlessly, let's say, swap and do operations within the app if they have a sufficient balance of USDT or whichever the coin will be living inside that mini app. I'll speak about the actual a bit later about the coins and different ways to monetize your mini apps. But at the very
Hmm.
base, it is I believe would be like an embedded wallet that allows you to transact within the app without having to connect your main Telegram wallet. But when you need to, let's say, top up the wallet or cash out, that's the only way that you will connect the two, and so that you will take out the balance into your normal wallet, which lives inside Telegram, which is called now DeFi wallet. So just by default, you won't have to connect immediately right away to any app. You can just do things with the app. Let's say if you're playing a video game and you earn some funds there, in a way of a token that lives on Gram chain, you'll be able then to swap it to Gram and then cash out to your main wallet by connecting the two. But at the very base layer, it is the app that will be sponsoring those transactions.
Mhm.
They will be fast and seamless. And Also, it will allow to monetize the apps with Gram as well. So right now we have stars and other ways of essentially, subscriptions that the developers can monetize the apps. I believe this will enable the native inside the app transactions. So if you need to pay for service, you can pay it in Gram. And to do so, you either connect your main wallet and deposit it to your app, and it goes straight into the developer, or if you happen to earn something, whether it's a video game, a contest, or a spinning wheel, or whatnot, then you be able to cash it out to your main wallet. So it enables both just the app. I'm sorry, the wallet that is rolled out to virtually every user. So wherever you go, you will have that in every app or channel for that matter. And if you're a developer, you'll be able to monetize your apps. It is very exciting to me because what we offer developers is to raise funds, but we need the developers to be able to show on chain how they actually earn, so that if someone is looking to invest in the app, they want to see if the app is profitable, if it makes revenue, or if it's just a monthly subscription model, or the number of users or paying users, the volumes. So this will enable every app to have meaningful on-chain metrics in terms of revenue, so that it kind of like shows that, okay, the app is making this much. They have they have a coin that is traded at this market cap. So what is there? So a lot of interesting stats come into play after that. So that's kind of like super exciting for me, because it's we are in this world of mini apps, and we want to see them earn and be able to show a tangible way of doing so.
So that's an interesting. So remember, guys, this is so everyone listening, we don't really know what Durov is building right now, but Lev just gave his thoughts on what he thinks it's going to be all about, and it actually makes sense. It's very interesting approach, Lev, that he could be doing. It would make the user experience flow nice from that approach. Max, do you have any? You want to say anything about what this whole Gram wallet? Doesn't it have to be exactly he's doing it? Maybe you can go more into like what you think the UI will be, or I don't know. Do you have anything to say, Max?
By the way, some people really thought that this MA session, which is held on 20th, that Gram Wallet should be released today because of this MA session, and they really posted that like Gram Wallet is coming on
Is
Thursday.
is the market up? I guess the market's up everywhere. So false alarm. Everything is gonna short time now.
But regarding
Yeah.
the plans of Pavel Durov, I can't even say anything because I think we are not ready for what's coming. We don't know what is coming because it should be something huge. Because I can't even imagine what what requires free transactions when actually they are already cheap enough to compete with any chain, and it's currently looks much better than Tron transfers.
Yeah.
So I think that something really big is planned by Pavel, because he's not only genius but an ambitious person as well, and I think he's dreaming big, and I don't even want trying to think what it can be. We'll just see what our founder is going to deliver.
Mm. I'd love also to have I mean, there used to be a DApp center where I could search for the different DeFi apps or any applications on Ton. That's kind of not around anymore. There's not really like a storefront. We got Gram Store though. You're trying to do something there with your mini app, but it would be good to see like what that like because like we already know with in our profile, but it's not every country. You can put. We had a wallet on Telegram, right? It's in our profile. That was kind of the biggest thing we've had on I would say on a UI front for Ton has been wallet on Telegram, allowing it to be on that where it's on your profile. But even so, not many people were discovering that. So it'd be interesting too, what's going to be his like product placement, how obvious this would be when we're going into a mini app. Are we already connected automatically? It'll be interesting. I don't know if you guys want to add a few more things. I know we only have a short amount of time. But if you want to add something, please do. Any more thoughts?
The perfect plug, because TApp, the app center right now is under construction. So once it's back, we'll see like renewed version for app discovery. And Gram Store gives you a directory of investable apps. So the apps that launch the token and are looking to raise money. And yeah, so with these, gasless transactions, it's just a sponsored gas. So any app developer can sponsor their users. It's very cheap, as they mentioned, but the users won't have to have gas. The click is the signature, and then the execution happens on the separate side. Super stoked for the future of all mini apps in general, whether they're in DeFi or any other use cases. Because with that, we'll have full Gram settlement and payment layer for any use case. And, DeFi obviously is going to benefit from it the most, because we are at the center of, this economy, agentic economy, and, decentralized finance.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, I want to now, I'm going to share my screen. I have the poll right now ready. Let's see, share my screen. So do you guys see my screen? Are you looking at the poll? You see it?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, so this was the poll, everyone, that we asked at the very beginning of the AMA. So these are the answers. I didn't go over the answers before, but so I'll just repeat. So Gram Wallet could make crypto much easier to access inside Telegram. What will matter most in turning that access into real on-chain activity? And it looks like the first one is where the most votes are, giving users a real reason to come back. So it looks like the community that's what scratched their back, that to bring back old users from the not coin days, right, when it was wild. But in second place is making DeFi understandable to non-crypto users. That actually makes a good point too. And then third, building enough trust and security. Least amount, though, making the underlying infrastructure invisible. Yeah, I guess that kind of it's going to be already invisible, so maybe it's, and then connecting easily to assets and liquidity elsewhere. So what do you guys think? 28% clear winner here. We could have had more votes, though. 16, 13, 12, 5, 11. I'd be okay. 57, though. It's a good little pool, though. Giving users a real reason to come back. So it looks like, especially everyone watching today, what will matter most is actually kind of bringing back the old users, huh? Maybe with something you can add here, guys.
Bring the volumes back.
Bring the volumes back. Yeah. Now, one thing I like to see, I like seeing that 23% is making DeFi understandable to non-crypto users, because I don't know. What do you think? There's 1 billion users on Telegram. I mean, is there maybe, what do we say? Is there like 5 million or maybe 1 million users on Telegram that maybe have used DeFi before? Or I don't know what the statistic is, but that might be actually quite important, because probably 95% of Telegram users have never done anything with crypto, right?
Yeah, I think one of the great features that the new Gram Wallet will offer is that it does not require any KYC like Telegram Wallet did before. So I think that was one of the blocking reasons why most of the people who even saw the wallet inside their Telegrams, they didn't use it because they needed to give out their data, passport, and etc.
Yeah. And PayPal, there's a use case when PayPal launched, Elon Musk's PayPal, right? When they launched, they gave like a free $5, $10 to everyone that signed up to a PayPal account. And it was one of their successful ways of onboarding everyone into this new type of payment gateway to use for buying products, right? I wonder if that could be a campaign strategy that Durov will do, where he'll offer for everyone to, whether they're already signed up, but to access, everyone gets, $5 in USDT. I don't know. But that would be pretty cool.
If he will be given away $5 for 1 billion users, he will need to sell Telegram to fund this campaign.
True. I guess he couldn't do all billion. He couldn't do all billion. Yeah.
He did something similar before with the Open League and etc. That was great back then.
But that was more Ton Foundation, right?
Yeah, but it would be nice if he will do something like that right now, because from my perspective, because I talk to a lot of people who do trading inside the Ton ecosystem and etc., and most of them are complaining about lack of volume and etc. So they want to bring the volumes back. And to see the interest from Pavel itself in Telegram, because the last Tonga step was almost 2 months ago, or even more, if I'm not mistaken, because he did a bunch of posts after and nothing about Tonga. So some people are sad, I would say.
That's a good point, because they're the biggest validator, right? Telegram. So they do have a big treasury of Ton. They could offer, a percentage of free Ton to every user. That could make sense, right? This is coming from their treasury. I know, they have, if we think about Telegram's model right now, right? You have, you get a discount if you spend in Gram. I think it's 30% discount when you spend in Gram. For those listening, if you go to fragment.xyz, you get a 30% discount if you pay for your Telegram premium account. It's 30% discount, or even might be 40. I can't remember now. But that is adding Ton to Telegram's treasury. So they do there's some mechanics that are involved there. But yeah, that would be pretty interesting if they would, kind of, I don't like the word airdrop, but, offer a little Gram in everyone's wallet could really bring new users to be like, oh, I have a little Gram. What can I do with it? That's true. Okay. I think if you guys want to add any more about this, but I think, it's interesting to see the first two. I agree. I think I agree with both that, the first two are the more important part that we'd want to see, bringing it back. And yeah, I remember the days when I was airdrop Ton. I was one of the first users also in StonFi back in the day, before I worked for StonFi. And yeah, the Open League was awesome. That's what got us all into it. All right, so we do have 2 more minutes. This is for 1 more hour. Maybe if you guys want any last remark, guys, if you want to share something that you didn't get a chance to say briefly, maybe even about your product, if something's coming up, you can do that now. But if not, I think we can end this.
StonFi will have a hackathon soon, so we'll see you there. And visit gram.store for investable apps, and of course, do it for the gram.
So I'll hint. We've been wanting to. I was planning to say about the hackathon. We've been wanting. We have an awesome sponsor that we're waiting on them to finish their build. That will be a track sponsor, and so we're in a debate whether we launch it in September or we wait a little bit near the start of October for this track sponsor. So we apologize for all being delayed a little bit with the hackathon, but it is coming soon. But we will definitely announce this, whether it's going to be in September or the start of October. But for sure, we are going to do this in Q3, the hackathon. I'm just crossing my fingers that really soon our new track sponsor that has an awesome product will join us. So that's what we're waiting for. But yes, the hackathon is coming soon. Thanks a lot, Lev, for reminding me to say that. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. Max, Lev, everyone, check out their product. Like, you got the #1 trading bot. You got Hyper Liquid, literally on Telegram. How cool is that? And then Gram Store with a way to raise for launching your mini app and your token. So everybody, make sure to check out those products, and appreciate it, guys. Until next time, continue building.
Yeah,
Thank
keep
you.
building.
Building.
Keep building for Gram Wallet launch. All right.
Make Ton
Yeah,
great
make Ton.
again.
Oh, you even got the T-shirt. Where did you buy that? Did you order it online, Max?
I won't promote this product. They didn't pay me.
I get the T-shirt. All right,
Maybe
great.
they offer referral link.
Yeah. Max, you could start put it on Gram Store. Gram Store where you sell T-shirts. You could start selling the Make Tana Great Again T-shirts.
As a sign-up bonus.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had two slogans. One is "Make Town Great Again," and the other one is "Do it for the gram." But I guess it's mostly for Americans. Like, I ain't gonna do it.
Do it
You
for
know
the
what I mean?
gram. I like that. Do it for the gram. But is that a drug reference? I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a good
It
one.
was the Instagram reference. Remember? It was like, "Do it for the gram. Do it for the
Oh.
gram." Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
So,
Cool.
mostly for Americans. All right, great call. Thank
Yeah.
you so
All right,
much,
guys.
Ethan. Thank you so much for hosting us.
Yeah.
It
Peace.
was great talking to you all. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Stay careful. Goodbye.
Bye.